Hey everyone, thanks for watching. So today I actually want to talk to you for a few minutes about one of my all-time favorite non-science based lessons. So first thing you'll notice, of course, is I am wearing a mask. In my mind, a teacher models the behavior they want to see from their students. And since we will be back in school fairly soon, less than a month now, this is what I do want to see, my students doing when we are in class. I want to make sure they're wearing a mask. So I will do the same. Also, of course, since I will probably be having to wear one for about 7 or 8 hours a day pretty soon, I'm going to try to get used to it for wearing it for a longer period of time. Also, talking through it, projecting my voice, seeing how well that works. So, like I said, I'm going to talk today about a little bit about one of my favorite all-time non-science-based lessons, and this actually comes from a geography course I took when I was working on my master's. So, in order to get a teaching license, you have to take at least one geography course. I never had one as an undergrad, so when I went to work on my master's, I went ahead and took a graduate level geography course. It was actually a course in European geography, but this particular subject, this particular lesson, dealt with cultural geography in particular and language. And so what I want to talk about today really is this right here, the stands, okay? So when you think about Central Asia, you think about Pakistan, Afghanistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan. You've got all these collection of countries in Central Asia with this stan part in their name. And, kind of wondered, where does that come from? Well, actually, this goes back a good 6,000, possibly even 7,000 years. So think possibly even 5,000 BC. This could go back to about that time period in the Sanskrit language. And of course, Sanskrit over time developed into Hindi. The language that is spoken throughout much of India and the surrounding regions even today. But they were all, it did develop an entire collection of languages that we call the Indo-European languages. Indo-European languages, okay? So English came out of this. The Latin languages, think about French, Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, they all came out of this. Slavic languages came out of this. Baltic languages came out of this. So all of these languages are linked together, all going back not just to Hindi, but all the way to Sanskrit, possibly 6,000 or 7,000 years ago. So they all sprouted forth from that Indus Valley region. And when certain cultures, certain tribes began to move and settle in other places, they brought their language with them, of course. And so Stan, going back thousands of years, could be linked to mean land of, place, the place of, or even the resting place of. Okay? So Kazakhstan is the land of the Kazakhs, the place of the Kazakhs, the resting place of the Kazakhs. Same thing with Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, Afghanistan, okay? Pakistan is not really belong to that same category though. Pakistan is basically a political collection of different peoples, so it doesn't necessarily subscribe to this particular rule. But that artifactal language still does carry over. It does hold true for those other countries in Central Asia, though. So we see this in language, this ST artifact remaining with us today in all these other European languages. This sound, this st, that sound, going all the way back, 6,000 years at least, to this Indus Valley region, meaning a land of, a place of, a resting place of, and we can see it in many of our words today, here in the English language. Where do we see it? Stop. Even its opposite, start. You can see stand. Still. Stay. This ST artifact reasserting itself over and over and over and over in language. We can see it even at the end of words. We've already seen it. Rest. There it is at the end. You could see it in the middle of a word, something that, I did a lot as a student, something I know a lot of my students do, something I still do today. Procrastinate. Okay, this ST artifact still with us. Just as an archaeologist digs up artifacts of the past to learn more about a culture or a people, same thing, we have language artifacts, this ST, remaining with us today. You might even see it in other languages. So if you are resting somewhere, if you have found your home, your land, people might inquire, how are you? They might say in Spanish, ¿Cómo está? Right? ST, again, reasserting itself. All right, we see it in Russian. We see stand. And in this case, meaning settlement. Okay, words like stadium, station, they all link back, this ST sound, all the way back. Another word in English, if I'm stuck on a problem, right, there it is, stuck. I've rested, I've stopped. I can't go any further. Okay? I'm not quite sure, I know this isn't certainly true in every single case where you see ST, like a word understand, I don't know if it fits in there, or a word like stuff. Maybe you can make a case where understand and stuff, also that ST links back to that time and place, I don't know. But it's possible, but it doesn't negate the fact that this artifact is still with us today. It asserts itself in our language today, and it's been with us for thousands of years. To me, that's just really interesting. I don't know, making that sort of linkage between different concepts, different subjects. Here we have a linkage between history, geography, culture, language, all coming together. To me, that's pretty cool. As a teacher, for me, it's not enough for a student to come into a class and just spout facts back to me. I want to see that they can actually make connections between concepts. Otherwise, what's the point? Anyone can just memorize something, but when you can understand something, perhaps you can make bigger leaps in logic, you can grow your critical thinking skills, and that's where we really want to go with a lot of this stuff, when we're teaching, of course. So for me, that was just a cool lesson. This is just obviously a little overview of that whole lesson. We spent, a good solid 40-45 minutes talking about this and making links, but I just wanted to go over kind of quickly. If you have any other examples of this, I'd love to hear about it down in the comments. Or if you want to talk about something else, a different lesson, that's great too. Just feel free to drop whatever you want down in the comments. Let me know. What did you think about this? Did you think this was interesting? I did, but then again, I'm weird. Oh, wait, interesting. ST. I don't know. Anyway, that's it from me. So I hope you're all doing well. Take care. Hope to see you. God bless you.